Well, it has gripped the attention of the nation and the world, and now the Artemis 2 mission is in the final countdown. Taking a look now at NASA's live stream of the spacecraft as it approaches the Earth. The return from deep space after the historic mission is no easy feat. A plunge through Earth's atmosphere ahead of Splashdown off the coast of California just after 8 o'clock this evening. 4 astronauts in that crew capsule, including, of course, Canadian Jeremy Hansen. And while we are watching all of this with fascination, our next guest is watching with some knowledge of what those astronauts would be feeling. And we're very pleased to be joined in studio by fellow Canadian astronaut, former Canadian astronaut, Dr. Robert Thirsk. Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
So this is really a crucial part of the mission, of course, bringing everyone home safely. That timeline between now and when Splashdown is expected to occur, what will be happening? What do they need to be concerned about?
The crew will be getting into their seats. They'll be putting on their orange suits that you probably saw them wearing on launch day, connecting their oxygen, connecting all their communication cables. They'll be jettisoning the important European service module, which has got them through this part of the mission so far. By jettisoning the service module, the landing heat shield is now exposed. And then they'll get a little bit of separation distance from that, and then make sure that they're oriented correct to hit the atmosphere at the right place, with the right velocity and the right orientation in a few minutes.
I know you mentioned that you had received an email, and all former Canadian astronauts did, I guess, from Jeremy Hansen, saying thank you, that he stood on your shoulders, that he can be a part of this because of some of what you have done. You must feel very connected to him in particular as you're watching this mission unfold.
Yeah, Jeremy is a Canadian astronaut, a great Canadian astronaut, a colleague, but also, as you mentioned, he's a friend as well. And I really want all of this to go well today. Jeremy has been a fine representative for Canada. I really like the camaraderie that this particular crew of 4 has demonstrated on TV in the downlinks over the last week. He just makes me so proud to be associated with him.
You hold the distinction of holding the record for most time spent in space by a Canadian, of course, the International Space Station, incredible. But before that, years back, the Columbia Space Shuttle, the successful mission, of course. And then, of course, we all know what happened on re-entry with that shuttle years later and the disaster that unfolded. You must have also felt very connected to that at that time. What is in your heart and your head as you watch this Artemis 2, the Orion, watch it come back down? What are you feeling? Well,
I still feel that spaceflight is associated with risks. We try to mitigate, we try to reduce them as much as possible. But just like launch, there are still risks of, and I have a little bit of fear, to answer your question. But I know that the crew is focused on their task. They're following checklists step by step by step, and they're going to do it properly. And I just, even though I have this sense of confidence, I'm also a little bit anxious, a little bit of fearful that the things need to go right. And
some would say, just very quickly, tougher on those who are watching. They're trained to do their job. They are locked in, dialed in, controlling the heart rate, all of that. Is that actually possible for them?
It's absolutely true. It's something that we call compartmentalization, where they are focused on nothing except for the procedures that they have to do and execute properly.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing your experience and your perspective. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.